Welcome once again to another episode of the Random Access Podcast, brought to you by rapodcast.net. This is episode 845, recorded live on August 30th, 2025. And here are your hosts, the man who hasn't thought about Halloween yet, Dave Play.
I've thought about the holiday, just not what I'm going to wear.
And the man whose family is already fully set, Andy Lowe. Hi.
Okay, so, I'm definitely not that far.
No.
Don't have candy, don't have costumes, don't have plans.
We don't have the candy because that would just be dumb.
It's for sale.
I know.
It is for sale right now. You can go get Halloween candy.
Yeah, I saw that at Meijer. But the Costco had their Halloween kids' costumes out. And we go walking by, and Isaac still wants to be Pikachu, and he has that Pikachu onesie.
Okay.
So he's just going to throw on the onesie.
Going to be Pikachu.
Yep. And it turns out that Megan saw an Eevee costume.
Oh my god, Andy, please tell me you're going as Ash.
No, Kate is going as Ash. I'm just going to throw my Snorlax onesie on.
That works totally okay.
Yes. Which we're trying to find. I thought they would be more prevalent, but we're trying to find Pokeball stress balls.
Probably not.
I feel like that would be a thing, right?
Maybe.
Yeah, I
mean, if they are, then they're going to be officially licensed.
I know, but it's...
So, you can check the Pokemon Company's website.
But I feel like, that would be...
So you're probably not going to find them in, Meijer, is my point.
Yeah.
If they exist, they're a specialty item.
Mm-hmm. We found so many, plushies of Pokeballs.
Yeah.
But, those are 5 to 7 to 11 inches in size. And it's just no, we just want small.
Well, so, in the anime, right, they're really tiny.
Yes.
Until they press the button.
Yes, and then they expand.
So, okay, I've got two suggestions then. One is I know that Brian and Beth have a crochet pattern somewhere for Pokeballs.
Oh, yeah, no, Kate has crocheted and knit Pokeballs. There are some around here.
So that's option one. Option two would be 3D print some Pokeballs.
Except she wants to be able to actually toss them. Especially if anybody comes to our house dressed as a Pokemon, she's going to throw the stress ball as them, I think, as a secondary gift. So
so you probably don't want to crochet a whole bunch of them.
No.
Perler beads. They wouldn't be balls, but you could make pins of them.
Maybe.
I used to do that for Pokemon Go meetups. People who would come to the meetups would get pins.
Might work. But, it was one of those things where we thought, why is this not a thing? Unless Pokemon has decided that it's not a thing.
Well, that's certainly a possibility, is that TPC said, no.
Yeah.
That's not what a Pokeball is for.
So that's, but it's Megan found this Eevee dress thing that we tried on, made sure it fit.
Cute. That's so cute. Yes, please.
Yeah.
An Eevee and a Pikachu and a Snorlax.
Yep.
Huh? I like it. I think Red has a Snorlax in his party. That's the end of Pokemon Gold.
Ash gets one during the Orange Islands.
Yes, but that's the anime, and I'm thinking of the game.
I know.
And Blue does not. He's a Pidgey, Alakazam, Rhydon, but who does Red have? Don't you fight Red? Oh, Cocolas. When do you fight Red? Red's gym. Gym leaders. Seafoam, Viridian City. That's the Viridian City gym. Yeah, that's the gym. But then after you do the gym, you fight the champion because Blue takes over for Giovanni, who, spoiler alert, since you still haven't finished Pokemon Yellow, Giovanni is the 8th gym leader.
Isn't he the head of Team Rocket?
Yep.
So wait, Team Rocket has taken over a gym?
I mean, it's not really that Team Rocket took over the gym. It's just Team Rocket has Giovanni is the Godfather in The Godfather isn't just a crime boss, right?
No, that's true.
Yes. So Red's team at the end of Pokemon Gold is Pikachu, Espeon, Snorlax, Venusaur, Charizard, Blastoise. So a Pikachu and an Eevee and a Snorlax.
Well, okay.
Go finish Pokemon Yellow. You have so many more Pokemons to do.
I know. I was doing so good, and then
I learned something this week.
Yes.
Well, it's because you need to talk to the one rocket guy like twice. That's literally what it is. Go into the casino, go to the back of the casino, talk to the rocket guy who's there, and then talk to him again.
Well, yeah, no, because that gets me into the secret thing in the casino.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you do the base, and you get the Sylph Scope, and then
that lets me get up the tower.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I know. It's just I haven't gotten. I was good with it, and then I got distracted, and I just haven't.
And then it's
back
gone.
to it.
It's gone forever.
It's like I've got some sort of attention deficit disorder.
So I learned something this week.
Okay.
Oh, actually, before we get to that, I believe drinks.
Yes, I have two. And I would love to open one. I have blue.
Yeah, I'd like to open
orange.
mine. I've been waiting to open mine.
Wait, what do you have?
I have a drink.
Okay.
I will tell you mine after you tell me yours.
Well, I said orange or blue.
Orange or blue. So I have a blue can here.
Okay.
So I think we should both drink from a blue can.
Okay. Which is the Faygo Superman ice cream flavor.
Okay. Mine is Excelsior Imperials, Imperial Apple. This is a cider. It is 8.4% alcohol.
Ooh.
It is somewhere between. I love a lot of ciders will have a dry and sweet scale. This one is like halfway on it, so it's it's dry but also sweet. Oh, and the barcode is in the state of Washington. Oh, that's adorable.
Yeah,
oh my God, that's so cute.
What did I see? Oh, Country Crock. Country Crock. Their barcode is in the shape of a barn.
Here.
I don't know if this is supposed to smell like Superman ice cream. It's not doing a very good job.
Look at that barcode.
Ah, nice.
All right, so let's crack this open.
All right.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I'm on board with that.
I'm not sure if I'm on board with this one.
Superman ice cream?
Yeah.
Who would have guessed? Come on. Did you do any community day today?
We did not. We had one of Isaac's, I would say, oldest friends, because they both went to the same daycare. Mm-hmm. So Neil calls Isaac his oldest friend because...
Okay.
Yeah. It was his birthday party today, and it was a mad scientist themed birthday party. So they had some of this group literally called, I think it's like madscientist.org. They had they drove from Detroit. I kind of felt bad for them. But they they made some slime. They did a couple of science demonstrations. They launched a rocket, which launching the rocket in the middle of a subdivision, no surprise, part of the rocket landed on the neighbor's roof.
Of course it did.
Of course it did. I'm just I would have set it up, closer to the road.
Yep.
And not in the backyard. Yeah, no, it was just asking for trouble. I did some other things too. But yeah, no, it was a mad scientist theme party. So we went to the birthday party, then we came home, and then we had a book club. And then at that point, it was it was
well over.
Yeah, it was a very packed day.
I did the community day. That was most of my day.
Is that why there was a bunch of Rookidees when we stopped by the library?
That is, in fact, exactly why there were a bunch of Rookidees. It was the Rookidee Community Day.
Ah. We're next to... The library here is next to a cemetery. And so we park there. Kate has to pick up a couple of books. So we're just sitting in the car, which the library decided to redo their parking lot, so it was all brand new asphalt. So that was some fun smells.
Mm-hmm.
But we're sitting there, and I've got both my phones with me, and Isaac's like, "Can I see your phone just to see what's out there?" So he opens it up, and he's like, "That's a lot of ravens." And I'm sitting there thinking, like, well, we are next to a cemetery. I don't know if that's a thing in Pokemon Go or not.
Whoa, dark.
Well,
Dark.
wouldn't that be a thing in, like, you could label a section as a cemetery?
Andy, there are ghost Pokemon.
Yes, that's true.
There wouldn't be ravens. There'd be ghosts. They have ghost Pokemon.
Yes. But that's what I thought, why there were so many ravens. I'm like, well, we're right next to the cemetery, so maybe that's why they're all out there. And then there was a gym taken over by Red, and so Isaac was in the process of clearing him out, because they had been there like a day and a half, up to like 20 hours. But he left the last one in there because it was only in there for 2 hours.
Okay.
And I was just like, oh, that's nice.
That's very nice of him.
But I'm going to kick them out. It's like, I'm not going to sit around here for 6 hours. I'm just going to kick them out. They got 2 hours in.
They probably got their coins somewhere else.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This was a question for you.
Yeah.
There have now a couple of Pokestops popped up in the neighborhood where there were little libraries.
Uh-huh.
Is that still a thing? Because if that is, I am putting a little library.
It's not supposed to be. If you look at the Wayfinder rules, LFLs aren't supposed to count anymore, but they're keeping the old ones because, like, they're already there.
Yes, but these are new.
Yep. A lot of people don't pay attention to the rules. Go for it.
Okay. Because if I could post that up there,
definitely submit it.
There's a couple more, and then I could actually set up a route around the school.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm
don't routes have to start from? Can they start from any stop, or do they have to start from gyms?
One of the libraries is a gym.
Okay.
So worst comes to worst, we could start it there.
Okay.
I'll try it out because that would be nice to have.
Yeah, definitely. If it works, let me know, and I'll maybe consider putting an LFL in front of my house.
Yes, because we saw those when we were driving through the neighborhood, and we're like, those are all Pokestops now. And I was like, can we make our tree a Pokestop? I'm like, no, but
you can't make natural things like trees Pokestops.
Yeah.
If you got a sign on the tree,
if it was a memorial tree of some kind,
yep, then it could be a Pokestop.
Yes.
Or, if you have a public access sign.
Or a couple of them.
Or a few of them, very close together.
Yep.
I still can't believe we managed to get that. That was so nice this year. Having the gym and all the Pokemon, because there were a lot of spawns on that cabin.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those things I didn't even think about until you guys brought it up, and then opened it up. I'm like, well, shit. This is. I got to remember 8 hours. Just we go in the gym.
Yeah,
Isaac
I
kicks us
rather
out.
enjoyed it having it all there.
But yeah, no, I'll try to. Because for little libraries, I just got to build a weatherproof box with a shelf in it.
Yep, exactly.
Yep. And we have an enormous amount of children's books right now, so.
So I learned something this week. I think I said that a couple times, but then we kept
have been distracted by. Yes, Dave, you have learned something this week.
Did you know, Andy, that hard drives can squeak?
I've heard them click, and I've heard them squeal. I have not heard...
This almost sounded like it was a chirp from, like, a PC motherboard.
Okay.
But it wasn't. It was a squeak from the hard disk.
Which part of me would think that's still a bad bearing noise.
That is a very bad noise.
Yeah.
That's kind of a, like, critically something's wrong noise.
Yeah, no. I remember sometimes going to going to work at the radio station because, the servers used to be in my office was the server room, and then I moved myself across the hall just because servers are loud. And you would go in there and you just hear wee, and I'm just like, that hasn't failed, but it's going to fail soon.
Yep.
Let's figure out what hard drive that is and pull it out.
Yep. So this hard drive started squeaking. It was my 750 gigabyte hard drive.
Okay.
I don't know what was on it.
Oh.
Because I have done a very bad job of organizing data on this computer, and I just kind of throw things wherever I've got space. So, yeah, I don't actually know what I just lost.
Ooh.
I just know that it's pretty gone. Needless to say, I'm backing up the rest of my computer to the NAS currently, like right now. That's been ongoing for several days. It is at 67 hours and it is at 82%.
Yeah, I'm literally sitting in front of, I think 3 external hard drives that were hooked up to the old laptop. I haven't connected them to the new computer, so whatever was on them doesn't seem to be important, but I should probably, yes, go and actually make sure they still work.
Yep.
And see if there's actually anything on there that I should pull off.
Yes. Speaking as someone who just lost I've never lost a hard drive like that before. And it's just gone.
Oh, they're mechanical things that are under constant motion.
Yep. 67 hours, 15 minutes, and 29 seconds, and it is at 83%. I did purchase SpinRite, and I'm going to take this hard drive and plug it into an old computer and load SpinRite and see what it can do. But if it's a mechanical failure, I'm not sure there's much it can do.
No.
But I figure I'll give it a try.
I'm trying to see if I can spin this into anything.
Into topics?
Yeah.
There's hardware with Alibaba.
Yes, this one would kind of surprise me because Alibaba, I know that they're a big company.
They're huge, right? Like they're hang on, let's find out. What's the relative size between Amazon and Alibaba? Go GPT, do my work for me. Alibaba is 8 times the size of Amazon is 8 times the size of Alibaba. Okay, I'm like, that can't be right. For market cap, Amazon is 2.4 trillion. Alibaba is 286 billion. But Alibaba is catching up. All right, so hang on. What companies are comparable to Alibaba then? No things that I really recognize is the answer.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, Alibaba, yeah, they're growing. And what are they doing, Andy?
It seems that we have, been kind of trying to limit the sale of AI hardware to China.
Yes.
So,
which is what got them to do DeepSeek.
Mm-hmm.
Was the well, we can't use the big new fancy chips, so what can we do? And then, we found a way more efficient way of doing this. But yes, go on.
Well, Alibaba decided to make their own AI chips.
Good luck. I mean, cool. Is it bad that I was just thinking to myself, I wonder how much of it they stole?
That is an It's not a bad question to ask about anything Chinese.
Right,
I mean, I have seen countless times where people have said, no, we do manufacturing of X, Y, or Z, and we do not sell to anyone in Asia. It's we did it for this product, and lo and behold, 6 to 12 months later...
A Chinese knockoff.
Yep. But yeah, so NVIDIA's AI processor chip was not allowed to be sold in China because the Trump administration blocked it.
Right.
So yeah, Chinese tech companies starting to make their own stuff.
Did the Trump admin block it? Did the Biden admin block it? I'd believe that was Biden.
Or was that?
Honestly.
That might have been Biden.
Yeah. Let's not call that a president's administration. The U.S. government.
Yes.
Because let's be honest, both of them would have done it.
Yes. I mean, this wasn't even this was like predates because I remember with was it Huawei with all the networking gear?
Maybe it was Huawei, and then there was TikTok.
Because I remember years ago when I was still listening to the communicators, every time they would have a politician on talking about China, they would ask them about Huawei hardware. So it's not surprising that, we are still blocking now the AI chips.
Yeah. Well, we've been blocking hardware to China for a long time.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, that's... Competition is usually good? I mean, as long as it's fair competition. The question is, how fair is this?
That's going to be an excellent question.
Alibaba did not immediately respond. Of course they didn't. Yep. Well, good luck to them. That's a hard technology to break into, but maybe it will cause people at NVIDIA to actually start doing something.
Well, that was the thing. This came out, and it's not even an official, announcement. The Wall Street Journal
what happened to NVIDIA's stock?
Yeah.
What happened? How bad?
It's not bad. Down 3%.
NVIDIA. Oof. Ouch.
Yeah.
Ouch. That's today. Well, yeah.
Yeah.
Ouch.
AMD is down 3%.
I love if you look at NVIDIA's stock over the last 5 years.
Jeez. Man, could you imagine having a whole bunch of stock at NVIDIA when it was $12?
Yeah, I can imagine that. I can also imagine the NVIDIA employees who had a bunch of stock.
Yep.
And are now multi-millionaires.
Mm-hmm. NVIDIA says 2 mystery customers accounted for 39% of Q2 revenue.
OpenAI. OpenAI and Facebook. Mystery solved.
NVIDIA said that a single customer represented 23% of total Q2 revenue, while sales to another customer represented 16% of Q2 revenue. The filing does not identify either of these customers, only referring to them as customer A and customer B. That's not suspicious.
Well, I mean, it's probably OpenAI and Microsoft.
Probably.
Or Facebook, or just people buying chips, man. Buying lots and lots of chips. Oh, it would be great for NVIDIA to start making chips for games again.
That would be nice, which that can lead us to another thing here, because Ars Technica dug through basically all the old data for console prices and price cuts over time, because that would normally happen, right? The console would come out, and then a few years later,
it gets cheaper. Yeah, unless you're the PlayStation 5.
Well, that was the thing. Yeah, they compared the Switch, the PS5, and the Xbox with historical trends of previous, systems in the chains, and they adjusted for inflation and all that. And right now, the Switch should be $116.
How much is a new Switch?
The 2017 Switch is right now $340.
Excuse me. Ooh, hiccups.
The PS5 is launched right around $600, is currently $550, but should be in this time in its life down at $286.
For the PS5?
Yes, the PS5 regular, not the Pro. Pro should be at $600 instead of $750.
I'm not sure I trust these numbers. Dug through old news reports, press releases, advertisements, catalogs for annual price going back to the 2600. But are they accounting for the length, the lifetime of the consoles?
Yes, in its
that the consoles, the newest consoles have a longer lifetime.
Oh, compared to
right.
Well, I like this pre-2016 releases, inflation adjusted, console prices over time. This is an interesting chart.
Yeah, it's also really interesting to note that the Atari 2600 adjusting for inflation cost $1,000.
Shit.
$1,100. The NES was $600.
The Neo Geo was over 1,500. Jeez.
PlayStation 3, that one makes sense. The PS3, because when the PS3 came out, it was fucking pricey.
Yes. Because it
like,
was...
relative to everything else on the market at the time, it was expensive. But even that is cheaper than the 2,600 was when it came out.
Yes.
Console prices over time, post 2016. So their point is that, like, consoles historically dropped, just, like, ridiculously dropped.
Yes.
And that now they aren't.
Nope.
In fact, the PlayStation 5, and this, actually a lot of them went back up. Oh, because inflation, right?
Yes. Inflation and tariffs.
This is not. Oh, this is inflation adjusted. Okay.
So those probably the tariff prices, because those are all increases from 2024 to 2025.
Yep. Well, no, because with inflation, the price goes down over time because the cost, like the value of that same money, is lower and lower and lower. So you'd expect, like, for inflation, you'd expect it to go down. So that's what you're seeing with the Switch Lite, that, like, it goes down, 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 and then this year went up. Mm-hmm. That none of these have had, like, actual significant price cuts. Okay. Except the Xbox One X apparently had a nice price cut.
Which, yeah, I'm trying to find one of those used. Because that's the next step up from the 360, right? It's the Xbox One. Right?
Oh, no. Yeah, but that's not what I was just talking about. I was talking about the Xbox One X.
Oh.
Jesus. All right. I mean, they did their research. They looked at this, but I'm kind of shocked that the Switch is still as expensive as it is. Like, the Switch 2 is out. Mm-hmm. The Switch should be cheaper.
Yes. That was the thing, but even without the price drop, the Switch was still selling like hotcakes.
True.
So why why cut the price if people are still buying?
Because it's good for the consumer? Do we not do things that are good for the consumer?
No, we do not.
Oh, okay. SpaceX crashed a ship into the ocean.
Yes, but they crashed it into the ocean 3 meters from where they were trying to crash it into the ocean.
Well, they missed by 10 feet, Andy. That's not acceptable. Under what circumstances is that acceptable?
10 feet.
10 feet!
Halfway around the world, and they missed it by 10 feet. Failure.
Damn right. So they launched Ship 10.
Yes, finally. It took them 3 tries.
No, it took them 1 try to launch Ship 10.
Well, they scrubbed.
Okay.
They scrubbed 2 previous, because it was supposed to be the one day. I remember because you had actually set your reminder.
My alarm, and then they didn't launch.
And then they didn't launch since they put it the next day.
The alarm went off, and I'm like, I'll catch it later.
And then they went for a second day. That one also didn't launch. The third one. Third one did launch.
That one launched into the sky.
Yes.
Fell over, burned down, and sank into the Indian Ocean. So we did watch this. You messaged me, and Laura and I turned it on the television. One of the rockets, like one of the engines, just flat out failed right away.
On the launch, yes. Still was a nominal launch window.
Yeah.
But still, like, have one failed right on launch.
Yeah, I'd hesitate to use the word nominal for that. That's not what nominal means to me.
Well, I mean, when you have 30 plus rocket engines, when one of them fails, it seems the other one's compensated for it.
Yeah.
But yes, one of them should not have failed. Granted, this is still a V2
Stage
booster.
2? Yeah. So they already have Stage 3.
Yes, there's literally just one more. I don't know if they've got how many boosters they have that are Stage 2 or V2. God, no, I don't want to do V2 rockets because that's no bueno.
Yeah, Britain doesn't want that either.
No, nobody wants to bring back the V2 rockets. That's,
A man whose allegiance is ruled by expedience won't even frown at Nazi schmatzi, says Werner von Braun.
But I'm not sure how many of the boosters they have that are the second gen. Let's see, Starship Block 3 booster. Let's see when those are. Are you going to tell me?
We've got visible damage on the aft main skirt.
Yes, that was kind of surprising because I actually had 2 streams going at the same time. Just to the NSF guys are good to listen to, but not watch.
Yeah,
because they keep on switching to their own cameras. So I had the video from the SpaceX going, and I had the audio from NSF going.
And did they sync up?
It was close enough.
Okay.
But yeah, no, there was just flying, and all of a sudden there was just a loud. It was not a loud, but it was a large explosion on the skirt.
Oops.
Yeah.
Oops. But all around a success. Things like people were super happy about it. The heat shield held up, even though it was the reduced heat shield.
They also tried they were actually finally able to get the test launch of the Starlink
deployment system.
Yes.
The Pez dispenser.
Yep.
As they refer to it.
Yes. Which was kind of funny to watch because it looked like, because they were kind of like stacked 2x4, I think, or 2x8.
2x4, I think.
Yeah, I think it was 2x4 because I think they launched 8 of them. So the first one would go out fine, and then the second one would go out before they dropped the next pair down. And for some reason, that back one wasn't launching out exactly straight. So it would kind of tip up a bit, and then it would like bonk against the slot on its way out.
Okay, so maybe they need to fix that.
Yes. Just make the door like about an inch bigger. Should be able to get through fine without clipping the edge of the doorway. But hey, man, that's way better than. Do you know how they actually launch Starlinks now?
Isn't it just like a giant, like all at once?
Yes, they have them all connected,
lined up.
Yeah, they're all stacked, and there's a rod that goes through all of them.
Yeah.
They disconnect the rod, and then they spin the Falcon 9 super fast and just flings them out everywhere. So there's no control whatsoever with the Starlinks. They just unpin them and just spin in a big circle.
What? No. Because they all go in a line.
Well, yes, once they're out, then they propel themselves into a line. But for the actual release from the rocket...
So they have their own engines.
Yes. They have
they get themselves back into line.
Yes.
And into their insertion orbit.
Yes.
I see.
But when they actually get released, it's just literally chaos. They don't plan any of it. They basically just spin the thing. Everybody gets released. And then they all boot up, and then they kind of figure out where they are, and then they all line up.
Get lined up, and that's hilarious.
So this will be a much more organized. But yes, okay. Flight 11, we don't know when it's going to happen, but it will be the last of the V2 Starships. Not sure about the boosters. It might be the last of the V2 boosters as well. So it will probably be another suborbital launch, probably just to keep testing things. And then probably Flight 12 will probably be another. Well, it'll probably be the first of the V3, but they'll probably
when
also...
are we going into orbit?
Probably Flight 13 is what people are thinking.
Aren't they supposed to get to the moon in like a year?
Yes.
And they haven't even gotten to orbit?
No. They have not gotten to orbit, and yes.
And how many launches is it going to take to get enough fuel to be able to make the trip to the moon?
I think they said 8 to 12. NASA has said in the upper teens, but SpaceX says 8 to 12. I'm not sure because nobody's done it before, so nobody actually knows.
How did we launch Apollo?
On one really big rocket.
I guess that's true. When you look at the Saturn V and you look at the how much of the rocket was rocket?
Yes.
Versus how much of the rocket was payload.
Yes.
The idea Starship has way more payload.
Yes. Now I'm curious. Let's see. Saturn V
Yeah.
could carry about 141 metric tons for the moon. If Starship was expendable, you could carry 300 tons. If it was
They want it
expendable.
to come back.
Yes.
The whole point of it is that they want it to come back.
150 metric tons to low Earth orbit in reusable configuration.
Yeah, because I'm looking at the Saturn V, and hang on, I'm gonna just make a quick little like annotation on the Saturn V of where the actual capacity is, just so to make that more clear. Copy to clipboard and send that to Andy. And
Yeah. You look at
if
that.
I
you're like,
recall, the pink lines
Yep.
are the actual like payload.
Well, that's the command module, and I think the
The lander. Or is the lander in the big cylinder under the command module?
I think it's under. I literally have a poster in my room upstairs of the Boeing design sheet for the Saturn V. There's literally a poster. If I was lying in bed right now, which I should be, it's 12:30 in the morning.
You should absolutely be in bed right now.
I could right now, lying in bed, look over and actually tell you exactly, because it has all the. It's the Boeing main
Okay, hang on.
blueprint sheet for it.
Yeah. It's below it. Command module, service module. Oh, okay. So the thing below it is the service module, I think. I'm trying to find this. Somewhere in here is a thing that I can actually read. Come on. All the stages, all the rockets. Command module, the service module is under the command module. The lunar module is under the service module.
Yes, because they have to.
They had to detach, flip, and reattach.
Yes.
Man, someone spent a lot of time thinking this thing through. Okay, so in that case, I had my pink lines wrong. So it's there to like here is the actual payload. Beep.
So where is the payload in the Starship? That's the other question.
Where's the payload in the Starship? Most of the ship.
Well, I thought is it most of it? I thought it would be all of the nose cone and then part of the.
Yeah, because the nose cone has the fairing that can open up.
Yep.
Starship payload images. It's like the top half.
Oh, here we go. This is a perfect one for you.
Copy, paste.
Yep. Oh, yeah, yours is better than mine.
Haha, my Google foo is strong.
Yes, no, I agree. Mine is not. Oh, speaking of Google, we can pivot off of that because the Federal Trade Commission, our new Federal Trade Commission, is now accusing Google of using partisan spam filtering in Gmail.
Partisan spam filtering.
Yes.
What would partisan spam filtering be? That it's letting like liberal leaning things out more?
They're saying that it sends Republican fundraising emails to the spam folder while delivering Democratic emails to inboxes. And they're doing this because there was a recent New York Post report on the alleged practice.
A thoroughly reliable source,
Yes,
the New York Post.
I was like, oh, look at that. And then I read him like, why is he suddenly doing it now? Oh, because the New York Post did a story on it because the New York Post said they had taken emails. One with a link to the Democratic fundraising site, one linked to the Republican fundraising site. And I guess when they would send both those emails, one would get put in the inbox and the other one would get put in the spam folder. That was the New York Post.
I can't begin to describe the complexity of all the things that go into deciding if an email is spam. Mm-hmm. And you know what? There may be a bias, but it's not an intentional one, and it's not one that deserves to be investigated.
What the FTC and the New York Post article didn't point out is that back in 2022, the Republican National Committee sued Google over its spam filtering practices, and the judge found
threw it out.
Yeah, the judge found no evidence of illegal conduct and dismissed the lawsuit with prejudice.
Yeah, I bet. With prejudice means get out of my courtroom and don't come back.
Yep. And Google even said, hey, we actually tried to reach out to the Republican National Committee to make sure that, this would be a thing, but the Republicans never came back.
Well, because it probably went to their spam filters. Alley-oop!
Google said that the RNC's own allegations confirm that Google was helping the RNC, not scheming against it. The RNC acknowledges, for example, that Google worked with the RNC for nearly a year, which included Google employees traveling to the RNC's offices to give a training on email best practices.
So Google's response was, no, your emails are just fucking bad.
Yeah.
The spam filters pick them up because you're spamming people.
The most obvious reason for RNC emails being flagged as spam is that Gmail users were too frequently marking them as spam.
Oh, I love it. Look, we didn't tell it was spam. The people you sent it to said it was spam.
So, lo and behold, we marked it as spam.
That's hilarious. Oh, I love it. I'd love it more if the FTC weren't trying to terrorize Google.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was, speaking of government intervention, a $23 billion deal was agreed upon between EchoStar and AT&T. EchoStar is the company that owns Dish and Sling and I think something else. But during the whole Spectrum auctions and everything, Dish had bought some 2 gigahertz AWS Spectrum. They've been holding on to it for years. And I think it was it Boost Mobile, I think, that they had bought from Sprint. Mm-hmm. Because part of the agreement for the merger between T-Mobile and Sprint was that...
So they had to sell off Boost.
Yes. So Dish has an actual mobile subscriber, actual cell phone service. It's not a big one, but they still have one. So earlier this year, SpaceX sent an email or a letter to the FCC saying that EchoStar wasn't using their spectrum and therefore the FCC should do something about it.
I mean, if you bought the Spectrum, you can do whatever you want, including not use it.
Well, I think there were some stipulations about actual rollout. I would have to dig back into the early auction stuff. But sometimes with these auctions, there was an actual, you must have X, Y, and Z in place. That's the same thing why Amazon was buying flights on SpaceX. Because part of their part of the spectrum,
they deploy things.
Yes, they had to have an X number of satellites up in the air in order to keep their licenses active for that spectrum.
Right.
So SpaceX complained to the FCC saying, "Hey, EchoStar is not using their spectrum. You need to do something about it." Then the FCC sent a letter to EchoStar saying, "Hey, we want to look at your build-out obligations." Because there have been complaints. And lo and behold, on Tuesday, EchoStar has agreed to sell a total of 50 megahertz of nationwide spectrum to AT&T for $23 billion. This transaction is part of EchoStar's ongoing efforts to resolve the Federal Communication Commission's inquiries into the spectrum.
That's a lot of money.
Yeah, so the billionaire complained to the FCC, and the FCC jumped, and now AT&T's got it. So great. One more of the big three.
So it went from, to be clear, if we follow the history, it went from Sprint and Boost to Sprint was merging to T-Mobile, so you have to divest this.
Yes, the FCC was saying that this is too much. We can't have the three oligarchy.
And so now it's back with AT&T.
Because the FCC stepped in and said, hey, we've been receiving complaints.
Which is even bigger than T-Mobile.
Yes.
Thanks, FCC.
Thanks, FCC, and thanks, Elon, for complaining. Yeah. EchoStar and Boost Mobile have met all of the FCC's network build-out milestones. However, the spectrum sale to AT&T and hybrid MNO, which is the fact that they'll still have Boost Mobile, but it will be run off of AT&T's network, are critical steps towards resolving the FCC's spectrum utilization concerns.
Shouldn't be concerns.
Nope.
Shouldn't be concerns. Gosh darn it. Okay.
Well, we're reaching the end here. So is there something...
we talked about that. The Google is preventing unverified apps from being sideloaded.
Yes. The developers for the apps are going to have to independently confirm themselves with Google in a developer verification system.
Kind of removes the idea of an open ecosystem.
Yes. So if you're developing for Android, you're going to have to register yourself with Google first.
Yep.
Yep. Google is targeting 2027 for global.
I wonder if they'll actually go through with it. We'll find out. Like 2 years from now?
In March of this year, all developers will have access to the new console to get verified.
Yeah.
And then, they're...
I mean, Apple does the same thing. Like, to make an Apple app, you have to verify with Apple to do it. So this isn't terrible, but it's definitely a step in the wrong direction. It will make things safer.
Yes.
But safety and security versus freedom is, always a tough balance. New York Times mini crossword is no longer free.
I didn't know this because I have the New York Times Games app, or this game subscription.
See, I share a games subscription with certain individuals who live in Saline, and one of them has started doing the mini. And I don't want to take that away from them.
No.
Because, absolutely, do the mini. I will do it online, and I'll just do the free one, because it's free.
Well, not anymore.
Not anymore. Damn it, Pips.
Well, supposedly...
I blame Pips.
Supposedly, which I haven't found an official thing about this, but supposedly the New York Times has been getting more money from the games payments
than from the paper.
Than from the actual paper subscriptions.
I'd believe that the New York Times is making more of a profit from it because the games are cheap, right? They don't need to spend a lot of money on the games. And they're probably drawing in way more subscribers from them. They make great gifts, honestly, except there isn't a really good way to gift the account. So I guess they don't make great gifts. They would make great gifts if it were easier to gift the account.
Yes. Which, if you really want to, the Washington Post, LA Times, and Seattle Times all have mini crosswords as well.
Yeah, but...
I know it's not. I believe me. I know. I've been doing the New York Times crossword puzzle for I think about a decade now.
Yep.
So I've been doing the mini basically since it came out.
Yep.
And I've done. I've looked at the USA Today, the LA Times. I've looked at the other crossword puzzles. They're okay. They're not.
Just not as good.
Yeah.
My record on a mini, I think I got one in 19 seconds.
Let's see, what did I do for today? Today's I did in 34 seconds.
Nice.
So,
my dad did today's in... I gotta go look at the archives. Interesting. Today's mini is big.
Hold on, let me look.
The Saturday one is large. Took my dad 6 minutes and 47 seconds.
Oh, I did Sundays. How did I do Sundays?
Because they release them like 2 hours before the day change.
Wow, this Saturday one is big.
Yep. Ooh, the 28th is free. Dad didn't do it. Oh, there it is. 30 seconds. Sunday puzzle in 30 seconds, and that's only because I don't know where the yellow sea is. And I would have been able to... Oh, that was Thursdays is when that one was. And I would have been able to do it significantly faster. Okay.
Right.
That's all I got.
I should put down the crossword puzzle.
Are you working on the Sunday crossword?
Yes, I was working on it for a second there.
Andy.
I know, I stopped.
I mean, I did the mini, so like,
yeah,
can't be too mad at you. Okay, it is the random review.
Yes, my review.
It is your review.
Yes, I'm reviewing.
What do you got?
Doors Paradox.
I was hoping you were just gonna say I'm reviewing Doors, and I'd be like, the things in the house, like,
yeah.
I mean, they're pretty nice, but like, I don't know that it's worthy of a review. Okay, so Doors Paradox.
Yes.
There's no colon. It's just Doors Paradox. I'd expect there to be a colon after the word door. Oh, there is a colon in the description title.
Did I not
just
put it?
Not on the... Well, so if you look at the name of the game in Steam, it's Doors, Paradox.
Yes.
But if you look at the art, it's just Doors Paradox.
Yes. Which I don't know why they called it that way, because there was none.
There was no paradox?
There's no paradox.
There's no paradox. Andy, I'm looking at the videos, and there's like entire worlds inside these doors. Is that not a paradox?
Well, they're not. There's no worlds inside. There's like a tunnel. Yet, like the goal is to open the door, right? Which, if you want to... It's literally, I was like, okay, I finished this game up, and then I was going to go post about it. I'm like, this kind of reminded me of the last game I reviewed, Boxes. And then I'm like, wait a second. And I looked, I'm like, oh, same people.
Yeah.
So yes.
Doors and Boxes.
Once again, this is a mobile game that they put on the PC.
Oh, no.
So there's a lot of sliding.
Andy, how are you finding all of these?
Very free games through the Epic Store and Amazon and so on and so forth.
And why aren't you just like playing Myst?
Because I've beaten Myst. I've beaten, I think, every version of Myst that's come out.
Okay.
Every release and re-release of Myst I have played and I have beaten. I should go back and do Riven again.
Yep.
That one's a bit
Myst
more
3,
tougher. Yes.
Or 4.
Yep. Or 5.
I was too young to play Myst. I played it, but I didn't understand it. I didn't know what I was doing.
Yes.
And I didn't realize that you could look at books for solutions.
Which you have to do in order to actually finish the game. Man, if you didn't look at the books, how did you even get to all the worlds?
I mean, there's a couple worlds you can figure out without the books, just by trial and error. What you do in the world, however, is like, I don't know, I go through this door, and then I go through this other book, and then I'm in like a swamp, and I can walk on the boards, and I don't know what I'm doing here. I figured out how to use the lighthouse. Or not the lights, like the telescope. That was it.
Yeah. But
so, Doors.
Yes.
Paradox.
Yes, it's a lot like Boxes. It's one of these diorama type rooms, puzzle games where you have to solve these things. It's very simple. There's 20 main levels and 16 in the second chapter and 16 in the third chapter. So 58. There are 58 puzzles doors to open in this game.
And they're all like, slide this thing here, tap this thing.
Yes. So yeah, it's built for a phone. So there's a lot of sliding and spinning and opening and closing and using things that you found to, open and use as a key for this or as a hammer for that sort of things. I beat it in just a couple of hours, but I know how to do these things. So
yeah.
Right now,
I have a game recommendation for you if you're interested in more like puzzly exploration.
Well, I'm doing the playtesting for Modulus right now. I'm in the playtest for that. Mm-hmm. And then I jumped back to, because I realized I didn't finish Big Pharma. So I'm doing that right now. I'm going to try and finish Big Pharma.
Okay.
And whenever, there's an update for the Modulus playtest, I'm just going to go in and play that. And they have a link to the surveys actually in the game, which is super nice. Because you got the game running, and you're like, okay, I've finished this part. Let me answer their survey. And I just one click, and it brings me to the Survey Monkey, and I can fill it out. It's great. But yeah, this one for me, it was easy. And luckily right now it's on sale for $6, which, for about 5 hours, that's great. But normal price of $15, once again, no. And if it pops up for free at, the Epic, like I said, I got it for free either through Amazon or through Epic. Yeah. So, but yeah, no, not worth 15. 6, sure. If you're into puzzle games.
Yeah.
If not, once again,
don't.
I tested it out. I didn't need to, but I tested it out, and yes, it's got hints, just like the last one, where you don't actually get docked for the hints.
Using the hint.
So, some of these, I guess, are confusing to people. I don't know.
Yeah. But there is a game that I have not purchased yet and not tried yet, but I have on good authority that it's worth it, called Blue Prince. So the color blue and then prince, like a prince or princess. But it's a pun because it is in fact a game about blueprints. But it's the Blue Prince. But like it's kind of like I hesitate to call it a roguelike. But it's kind of it's roguelike elements, but it's exploration and puzzle. And like you're in this mansion, and every time you come to a closed door, you get to decide what room goes on the other side from a set of available rooms. And that changes how the game plays. And it is on sale, is why I bring this up. It's a special promotion. It's 20% off.
I don't know. I've got other stuff to work on first.
Yeah.
At some point, I want to try some other games like the Root Trees Are Dead, where you actually have to do research on their internal internet to figure out the family tree.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Yeah. Right. So, random topic. Yes.
1:05 a.m.
Yes.
Go to bed. Random topic. If you had the power to pardon someone in the United States or Canada currently in jail, who would you pardon and why?
Oh, boy.
That's a doozy.
Yeah. Who would I pardon and why? How many people are the people who got picked up by ICE currently in jail?
I was just thinking that.
Or are they?
Is that considered jail? They're in a detention center. I'm okay calling that a jail.
Because, yeah,
Yeah, I'd say everyone that... Well, except they don't need pardons because they haven't been charged with anything.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't know enough about who is in various detention jails, prisons, so I can't actually answer this question. The part where you, like, that they're currently in jail is the, like, I don't know who's in jail.
I don't know either, so I can't really answer it, but yes, no, if it... All those people currently in, what do they call it, the Everglade Alcatraz or something like that?
Alligator Alcatraz.
Alligator Alcatraz.
What a terrible fucking name.
Mm-hmm. Beyond that, I don't know.
Yeah.
On that,
me either.
It's a bit of a
Depressing
downer.
note.
Yeah, depressing. I'll go with depressing. Yeah, that's a wrap. This has been another episode of the Random Access Podcast. If you have any questions, comments, concerns, corrections, suggestions, remarks, reviews, rebukes, retorts, or just rants, feel free to contact us. You can find us on Twitter at RAPodcast, or send us an email at mail@rapodcast.net. Thank you for listening.